I'm Meredith Gorman, joined by one of the newest members of the Red Sox broadcast booth for this upcoming season, legendary Red Sox player Kevin Millar. And Kevin, congratulations and welcome to the NESN team. All of us at NESN, of course, are looking forward to a great season of Red Sox baseball, so thanks for joining us.
This is going to be a fun type of year. I'm excited to be back. I've always been a part of the Red Sox family, but now to be in the booth and call some games, this is going to be exciting.
And your insight in the booth will be highly valued. You'd played in the big leagues for over 10 seasons. Boston fans will never forget your time here helping lead the team to the 2004 World Series title. Does covering the team now as a broadcaster feel like it's come full circle?
You know, it's a transition that happened when you get done playing, right? You're a baseball player, and all of a sudden the network launched back in 2009, I believe. And my last spring training was in 2010 with the Cubs. I got released. And you're kind of like, what do you do? Because you're young in life, but you're old in baseball. And, so you kind of got into TV, you tried it. I didn't know what a talkback button was, what a mic was. It's not like you go to school for a couple of weeks and, it's a nervous, you're out of your element. The clubhouse and the field and the batter's box is where your element's at. But, the last 10 years doing television, I know I did games early on and I tried it. It was tough. But I was joking with Tom Warner. I said, are you sure you want me to do these games? Because I think I got fired by Fox in about 5 games, not knowing anything about announcing. And I was telling stories with 2 outs and the pop-up would happen. And Joe Buck was looking at me going, we got to go to break. I'm like, no, let me finish my story. So I'm excited to get back and because I love baseball. That's all I watch. My son, my twins were born in Boston, so he's a big Red Sox fan, and we watch the games, and now we'll have some fun doing the games.
For sure, and most of us know that you're really good at hyping up your teammates. We also know you're very good at hyping up the fans. You've seen how passionate the fan base is in Boston, so how will that affect your approach calling the games?
Yeah, it is funny because if I was smart, I would have stayed in Boston, lived in Boston. I call it my second home. I've raised my family out here in Austin, Texas, but Boston is still home, and I love going back there. Sometimes I don't get back as much as I can and would like to because of the show, but now with ballpark cams, we can do the show there. You come in and do some games there. It's such a great city, and the people are great. And to this day, when you're around town, you still get a thank you for 2004. You get a story of some family member. That first World Series, obviously, the group of guys that won that, we were so blessed to play together. And, we weren't the best players. I always say we were the best team. And it's just having that belief system, because before we won that championship, 86 years, they hadn't won one. And, Boston can get roughed. And, it's kind of like, how are they going to blow it this time? And how are they going to blow it this time? And we all know in 03, we went to Game 7, and it was a great series. And then the Aaron Boone home run happened late in the game as they came back and tied it up in the 8th inning. With 2 outs, and we lost. But those kind of times make you tougher. We came back in 04. We were down 3-0. We won 4 straight from the mighty Yankees to get to the World Series. And then, obviously won 4 straight against the Cardinals, who were a great team that year. But it's just a belief system and getting these fans to understand it's a long season. There's going to be bad games. You're going to make errors. You're going to strike out. But having that focus every single day and believing in each other and, caring about each other, because, even through the tough times, you got to go up there and there's times you got to go pat somebody on the back. And that's how you build a championship team in a season.
And luckily for you and the fans who are looking forward to seeing you, you'll be back in Boston soon because baseball season is actually happening now. Yes. So looking at this year's Red Sox team, which players are you most looking forward to watching?
I mean, I love Xander Bogaerts, for one. I think he is highly underrated. I think he's a wonderful human being to start with. Quiet, does his job, a good-looking kid, a tremendous player. You got he and Devers over there that just has turned into a monster offensive player at third base. Chris Sale's health is huge for this team. He'll be back full strength. We got a chance to see him in the postseason. And I was with Alex Cora last week, and we had a chance to talk in Fort Myers when we were at JetBlue Stadium when Tom Warner and John Henry, we did this nice little event that night. And just the excitement that Alex has, and he has done such a wonderful job of managing. And, it's really awesome to see how he's kind of handled players. in making that transition from a player to now a manager. And, we talked about that. So I'm excited to see Sale back in a full season. I mean, Evaldi's turned into a monster. They have such a great little offense. It'll be a good team, adding some bullpen arms now that they can go out and sign players, that this lockout's over with and it's behind us. We got baseball. The fans can get excited. I'm sure free agencies are going to start happening really, really quick because we got about 18 days before we start. And, there's a lot of excitement all around baseball. And I know the Sox Nation is ready to roll.
Kevin, you called them a good team, so we're going to go further on that. What are your predictions for this season and, of course, for your old teammate, Alex Cora?
Well, I know one thing. He's expecting to compete. He's expecting to compete and get to that promised land, which is the postseason. And then from there, it's hard to predict what they're going to do because I don't think all of the rosters and teams are set. There's a ton of free agents out there. We have a DH now in both leagues. I love me some Kyle Schwarber. So hopefully we'll see if, this man can come back and do his thing. But I think that this team has a chance to win the World Series. And the parity in baseball, I think, is neat because it's not just 2 or 3 teams. I think you have, 12 teams that can compete, and Red Sox are right in that mix. We'll see if they can become the best team. I know the Dodgers are going to be a factor. The Yankees are always a factor. The Rays have done such a great job. The Blue Jays are a great, talented team. So that East is always tough, and they're going to have to play well. But I think they're going to add arms in that back end of that bullpen. I think offensively, you plug in a guy here and there, and we'll see how they do in the free agent market. But right now, this team's built to win.
All right. You're setting the bar high here, but opening day in the season will kick off on April 7th. So as a player, from your memories, what makes opening day feel so special?
Oh, man, it's something as a child, right? You're in the backyard taking batting practice with your dad or just with that dream of playing in the big leagues. And then obviously the dreams come true. And here it is. Opening day is as special as there is. It's America's pastime. It's the boys of summer. The NFL, the Super Bowl's pass, the March Madness passes, and then all of a sudden all focus goes on to the Major League Baseball season. And then that's why it's so big to have it back. And then opening day is just that wonderful, just deep breath, enjoy every moment, and to realize that, that's one thing about players, the appreciation to have your jersey hanging in a big league clubhouse on that special day. There's nothing better.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you on NESN's Red Sox broadcast this season. Kevin, thank you so much and congratulations again.
Thank you so much. It'll be a lot of fun.
PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.